Okay, hey everybody. We're going to continue with completing the square today. This time where the coefficient of x squared is not 1. For example, we have 3x squared plus 18x minus 1 is equal to 0. Right. When we complete the square, the coefficient of x squared needs to be 1. So the only way, the only thing we can do is take out the 3 and then stick kind of square brackets. So if we take out the 3, we have x squared, because 3 times x squared is 3x squared, plus something that if you multiply 3, you get 18. This time, this has to be 6x. And then the minus 1 we can actually just leave out. And then from here, we just do the same thing as before. So we have 3, open brackets, then we have these brackets, and then close brackets, and then we square. Okay, the x squared becomes x, and we halve this kind of number here, which becomes plus 3. We square it, and we subtract it. So it becomes minus 9, because 3 squared is 9. Then we have minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, and then the final step is we just multiply this out. So we multiply the 3 by that, and the 3 by that. So 3 times the bracket is just, kind of just stays the same. And then 3 times minus 9 is going to be minus 27. Then we have minus 1, and that's equal to 0. So we end up with 3x plus 3 squared minus 28 is equal to 0. And two things they'll ask you after this is to find the stationary point or turning point. And this can either be a maximum or a minimum. The way to decide is whether it's going to be in the form of, in the form of a U or in the form of kind of an N shape. Now, if the coefficient of this x squared is positive, so the positive x squared coefficient, it's a U. If it's negative, then it's an N. In this case, it's going to be a U, which means we're going to be looking for the minimum point. Now, the minimum point, as before, is going to be located at, looking in here, opposite sign, so it's going to be minus 3, and then looking at this number, minus 28. And the other thing they might ask is line of symmetry. Now, line of symmetry is just, imagine you were to put a mirror on this particular point, on this line, that you would get the exact same kind of shape. In this case, it's always going to be the middle of this kind of graph because quadratics are symmetric. And it's just going to be this value. It's just x is equal to minus 3. And that's it. All right, let's try another one. So let's try this one. So we have 3x squared minus 12x plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, same thing as before. We take out the 3. We get our open brackets. We have x squared. 3 multiplied by something is going to give us minus 12x is going to be minus 4x. Close the brackets, and we have plus 2 on the outside. Then we do 3, and we do the same as before. So we kind of do the normal completing the square. We have the brackets. X squared becomes x, minus 4x becomes minus 2. We square the 2, that becomes 4. Subtract the 4. Close brackets, plus 2, that's equal to 0. Then we expand as before, so we multiply the 3 by that, and the 3 by this, which gives us 3x minus 2 squared, and then the 3 times minus 4 is minus 12, plus 2, equal to 0. And then finally, we end up with 3x minus 2 squared minus 10 is equal to 0. Same as before. This time, the coefficient of x squared is, again, positive, so it's going to be a U shape. So the turning point is going to be a minimum point again. So the minimum point is going to be located at, if we look in the bracket, we have x minus 2. So opposite sign is going to give us 2, and then this minus 10. And again, line of symmetry is just that x value. So it's x is equal to 2 is the line of symmetry. Okay, I hope this was helpful. We went through a bit more kind of difficult questions this time. Again, comment in the kind of comment section what you kind of want to go over next. Is there any particular questions from a particular past paper? And yeah, till next time.